Thank you for clicking on the second section of the resume workshop. So to start off with this workshop, I wanted to take a quick review of the two templates that we finished with from the last workshop, which were the undergraduate template and the graduate template. Again, we've designed this template to be applicant tracking system friendly, clean, crisp, and concise, and easily read by recruiters. And so we really feel these four sections really effectively communicate your brand value and how they fit into the position that the company is hiring for, and will help you land that interview. Those sections are career profile, education, experience, and additional. In this workshop, we will dive into the career profile and the education sections. So before we do that, let's talk about the graduate resume template and review that as well. So again, here you have the same four categories: career profile, education, experience, and additional. And you'll see the major differences are the education section, where the undergraduate degree or institution will be implemented in this section, and then also the experience section. Most graduate students do have some experience, and then we'll have possibly career progression inside those jobs as well. So we'll talk about that in the experience section in the third video segment of the workshop. So first, let's talk about the career profile and how important this career profile section is. So we've made several references to recruiters only getting 6 to 30 seconds of time to review your resume to see if they're going to read it further. And that can't be more true. We really talk to a lot of recruiters throughout the semester, and they tell us we've got hundreds of applicants for these positions, maybe across multiple campuses or a posting online, and they've really got to drill down quickly into candidates that can best fit their needs. They're looking for the best talent for the positions that they have open, and we need to effectively communicate our brand value to them. And how we do that, or how we start with that, is the career profile. This is one of the most important ways to get the recruiter interested in reading the rest of your resume. It's really a hook, or that introduction into a book that gets you really hooked into it, to where you'll read the rest of the book cover to cover. This is really going to give them an overview of your skill sets, and really lets them say, I need to read the rest of this person's resume. It's a summary statement to capture your overall skill sets. It showcases your personal brand and what you can deliver to the company, and how soon you can deliver that to the company. Usually we recommend no longer than 4 lines. We want it to be concise and to the point, and really an effective use of the time and the space on the paper, on the resume. Also, if you have 5 to 7 years experience or even more experience, this may be expanded and changed to a career profile or an executive summary, and it may need to be a little longer, and that's okay. But in most cases, we find 4 lines to be effective, and we find it to be an effective use of the space and the landscape or the real estate on the resume paper, or resume page. Last is just addresses your skills that you have compared to the job or the internship that you want to land. And we have the word fit there. We'll have a video tutorial on the fitting process and what we recommend, but basically you're just taking the job description, highlighting the keys and terms and phrases that were used in the past, doing an internal gap analysis on yourself and realizing those are the skill sets I have, and putting down those on paper using those same words and skill sets, and really creating the value from an applicant tracking system and a human recruiter's perspective to show them that you need to get that interview. So really take a lot of time on the career profile. We find that dealing with students that the career profile is probably the most difficult thing to create. It's really hard to represent all the things that you've done, and really talk in as much detail about the things you've done, and really think about how that can best position you to do the job that you're applying for, and how those skill sets transfer over. But in most cases, through conversations and through this process of developing a career profile, students and people can really unpack what they've done in the past and really make a clear fit into the position or the role that they're applying for. And so we wanted to include some specific examples to help you get started. Again, these are a jumping point, so please don't copy these and use these exactly. Just use these as a good guide to start with and see how these skills fit. Can you do these skills, and do they fit into your personal brand? And so first we want to look at a finance example. Driven finance business analyst candidate with experience in Excel modeling, financial statement review, and business analytics. Keen ability to take financials and develop big picture strategy that has a lasting impact on core business decisions. Strong work ethic with the ability to travel or relocate. A marketing example. Marketing candidate with experience developing and executing strategic marketing campaigns for innovative startup firms. Passion for enhancing product brand potential and supporting recommendations with research and solid analytics. Skilled at selling new ideas and taking projects in new directions while creating buy-in from all parties. Skilled at aligning vendor ideas and capabilities with client needs. So next, let's look at a sales and business development example. business development and client relations coordinator with experience in retail sales, marketing, child development roles, analytical thinker with a proven track record for surpassing performance objectives, leading by example, and building cohesiveness and unity among team members. So those are 3 good examples, but let's look at a few more just in case that those aren't your specific majors. So let's look at operations and information technology as well. So operations, supply chain analyst candidate with experience in leading projects, creating corrective action plans, and managing cultural differences. Strong understanding of supply chain issues, problem-solving measures, and applying analytics metrics to supply chain challenges. Excellent communicator skilled at vendor negotiations. Next is information technology example. IT management candidate who excels under challenging and high-stress environments and consistently meets project deadlines, diverse professional experience in handling client technical calls, and supporting customer relationships. Excellent ability to communicate technical ideas to non-technical users. Last is a graduate level or an MBA level example. MBA candidate experienced in financial modeling, Excel modeling, financial statement review, and market evaluation. Analytical thinker with a proven track record for exceeding expectations, leading by example, and delivering projects on time. Experienced working in cross-functional teams with the ability to develop and deliver quality presentations. Strong communicator that makes decisions quickly and accurately. What you'll find through the examples is just a good mix of hard skills and soft skills. Hard skills being those ones that you can technically do, whether that's accounting, Excel, modeling, analytics, those type of things. And then also some soft skills. So how are you at communicating? Do you do good quality presentations? Are you a public speaker? Do you work well in cross-functional teams? Both of these need to be looked at and investigated when you're trying to develop your brand and create your customer or your career profile. It's really going to be a good mix of both of these and show the recruiters that you're a well-rounded person. So next, let's dive into the education section. So the education section is one of the simplest because you're really just filling out the template. So here's just some quick advice on the undergraduate side. So we'll start out here, and some of the educations and some of the degrees conferred will be in the bold. Most important things are always in bold. And then on the right, you'll see the date. So we don't need an anticipation date. We'll just need the date that in the future that you plan on graduating. And then if anything changed throughout your semester here or semester wherever you attend your school, just make sure you make any changes you need to make. We always want to make sure that we represent ourselves ethically on the resume and that we communicate to recruiters exactly when we're going to graduate and exactly what we've done. So next, we're going to make sure that we have a few bullet points. And you don't need to include all these, but if you have them in this section, the more the merrier. So we're going to do our specific major here or our double major, and then we're going to list our GPA. And we recommend not listing a GPA if it's less than 3.25. Now, we're not discounting the work that you've put in, but it's just usually a filter that sometimes that recruiters use. So if we can put 3.25 or above on there, that would be great. Now, if you don't have a 3.25, that's okay as well. We just need to show your progression and your external activities and your leadership activities that can best show a fit for that organization. So the next bullet point will cover some student-specific organizations, whether that's your involvement in a fraternity or sorority activities, volunteer programs, Habitat for Humanity, or soup kitchens or other activities that you did while you were in school or school sponsor that really shows you were a leader and that you were involved in the community. Last is going to be case competitions and major relevant projects. These are going to be situations where you can show true experiential learning and you can show that you have some experience in doing the job function that you're going to be hired on to do. So if you've worked on a big marketing project that's capstone, or if you worked on a big engineering project, or if you worked on an accounting project that best shows your skill sets, put that in this particular section. So the graduate template is very similar, and you're going to be able to do those similar things. The only thing that's going to be different is you're going to not only have your undergraduate institution, but you're going to have your current graduate institution. While I would suggest taking the same advice from the previous slide on the undergraduate side, I would also encourage you to do your concentration on the second bullet point. And here as well, we would add GPA, but we'll also add GMAT score. And so if remember that for the Baylor program specifically, there's a 3.0 or higher required to graduate from the program. Also, you'll add graduate level organizations where you showed leadership. So this may be some organizations like Prison Entrepreneurship Program, PEP, and maybe some volunteer activities, or it may be even GBA, which is our Graduate Business Association, and any leadership positions that you've held. So that concludes the graduate education section of your template. To learn more about the resume template, I encourage you to view the next video where we'll talk about the experience section and the additional section. And then we'll spend a significant time under the experience section talking about bullet point development and how to effectively develop bullet points that show deliverables-based ideas and show how you can fit into the position. Thank you, and we look forward to talking to you in the next video.